P2. So again, that's going to be a close championship fight all the way to the end, I'm sure. We didn't have a championship fight in Junior X30 because it was your man Freddie Lloyd who had already won, and he didn't even take part in that round, so he didn't even need to do it. So again, seeing this one this time around, much, much nicer field. Right then, let's take you through the starting lineup. Benjamin Maniak starting on the front row of the grid. We'll have Federico Swardelli alongside. Nikita Nikishov and Zach Green going from row number 2. Toby Gale and Felipe Rice going from row 3. Then it's Quintin van Llewellyn and Senna Meunier on row 4. Archie Owen and Konstantin Titzer going from row 5 with Matteo Melis and Rock Pineda on row number 6.
Row 7, we'll see John Elder and Jacob Bachelor, followed by Emiliano Byrne, Carina Rebondo de Blas, Arthur Donker, Chi Cao Cheng, Ben Gotz and Matteo Peruccio on row 10, row 11, Julian Bubb and Maxi Egner. 22 drivers in total into the formation lap, and as you can see, Iverson Maki with 1 win in the bag, leading the classification. This will obviously evolve. But let's keep an eye on Benjamin Maniak, because since the start of this year's championship, Benjamin Maniak was able to take a win already in the final on home soil at the opening round in Zuera. It has been an up-and-down season for Benjamin Maniak since he came out of Franciacorta with no points at all. So disastrous round 2 in Italy for Benjamin Maniak, unlike what happened in Spain. So let's see if he's going to be able to get back on his feet and translate his performance in qualifying. He was the first fastest overall into winning results. 3 races to go through for each of those drivers in the junior class. It starts right now for Benjamin Maniak, who still is in P5 in the championship. Still a long way down from Iverson Maki, our current leader, at 51 points. 50 points for Tide Buckley and 30 for Benjamin Maniak from P5. So nothing is done yet when it comes to the championship battle. And that starts now for Benjamin Maniak, as we're on board with Toby Gale, number 23, who will be starting from 5th on the grid on the inside, just behind not only Maniak, but Nikita Nikishov as well. Let's see what he can do on the way to turn number 1, and especially the breaking point in turn number 2.
Exactly that. Well, drivers get themselves formed up nice and cleanly, so it looks like we're good for a start first time of asking. There you can see everyone, well, crowding the podium there to try and get a good view of the racing that you're going to see here. In the sunshine, lights go green, and we are racing. Great start from Maniak on that inside row, but keep an eye on Swardelli. He gets swamped into the pack. Swardelli's going to tumble down the order just a little bit. The inside row works better. Nikita Nikishov there into second place. Gale's on the outside. He's going to get squeezed down into around P4, P5 as Zach Green looks down the inside. Green's not had the best getaway, as well as he got caught behind Swardelli. So it is at the moment Maniak who leads away from Nikita Nikishov, and that looks to me like that may be Quintin van Llewellyn on the Falcon kart that's there in 3rd place.
Yeah, brilliant start from the Falcon driver. As run inside goes the 52 of Federico Sbarbellati. Beautifully made. Can he hold on to that position into the next corner?
No, he can't.
He can. The 62 of Nikita Nikishov is back into P2. Well, that was a good try. As the 23, Toby Gale on board, run into the last sector on the inside of the Falcon rival. The 54 on the left side of your picture. That's going to be a close call. Quintin van Leeuwen resisting and keeping that position alive, as Benjamin Maniak is closing on the opening lap, 7/10 of a second. As on the inside, a beautiful battle with the 114 squeezing in. It was Archie Owen squeezing Senna Meunier by the look of it on the outside of turn number 2. I'm gonna have to get back to that as we have the 23 into the mix. Toby Gale, yes indeed, trying to climb back the field after losing a bit of momentum. 3 places down. He's currently behind one of the fusions, the 25, John Elder, as well as Archie Owen, who's losing a place. Archie Owen switching back already. Oh, and pushing his opponent slightly onto the grass. But the Fusion driver was able to hold on and lose a place while doing so. That's a hectic start of a race.
A very hectic start there, but thankfully all of them on the circuit. Back here with the top 3. Maniak still leads the way ahead of Nikita Nikishov. Swardelli has listened, I think, to Nikishov on that one and has just said, right, okay, I'm not going to keep attacking you here if you've got the pace. That's the ultimate question. The gap is 0.4 of a second, and, well, confirmation there. Nikita Nikishov, fastest lap of the race, has got the pace here to try and close down Benjamin Maniak in the lead. So we'll keep an eye on that as that progresses. Green still there in P4 ahead of Quintin van Llewellyn, who's up 2 places. Biggest mover in this race, well, there's a couple of them. Arthur Donker is 1, Jorn Helder is another, and a little further down in the order as well, Julian Bubb also 6 places gain Felipe Rice has not had a good start in this race, has tumbled to P20, has dropped down 4 places. There, a look at the intermediate classifications. Obviously, very basic at the moment. That's what you expect. Mackie with the win, and Magnac at the moment leading, but by only 0.3 of a second. Green and Quinten van der Wellen here, I reckon they're closing in on the 2 ahead here. I think we could have a 5-cut battle for the race lead here, Guillaume.
Fastest lap for Zach Green, taking Quinten van Leeuwen, indeed closing in on the top 3. That's going to be an interesting one. As you can see, they're not attacking each other. They are really trying to work together, as the gap with Federico Sbarbellati is at the moment slightly decreasing. We're going to have a close look.
Race control, the chicane, 7-0, took the track.
Wow, there, 7-0, cutting the track there, and that is Emilio Burns. So Burns going to have to be careful. You can't do that too many times. So, yeah, race control, keeping a very close eye on it. Right, this is closed in right now. Magnac is under immense pressure from Nikita Nikishov. Nikishov right on that rear bumper has actually dropped Fidelity just behind. He's going to fall into the clutches of Zach Green, who's closed in, who himself has dropped Quinten van der Wellen. So now we're going to have 2 groups of 2 trying to go for the lead on this one, as Green retakes that fastest lap of the race, 51.113. No change here just yet. Magnac not going defensive. Nikita Nikishov not attacking. Now, is that because he knows that he's got the likes of Fidelity and Green behind, and if he goes for the attack, they will be right there, and we'll have 4-cut battle for the lead with half race distance to go? Or is he just struggling to find the pace on this one? Like you say, Magnac's not going defensive. He's leaving the door open into every corner. There's an advantage here for Nikita Nikishov to go for the move, but he's choosing not to, and that, at the moment, I think is a strange one, because Fidelity and Green, who have closed up together, are closing in. There comes Green, down the inside, change for 3rd place.
And Zach Green certainly was feeling that the moment was right for him to make the move, and he did in turn number 4. Green up into P3. Bardelati down into P4. Quinten van Leeuwen wasn't able to make the move as well. And for a moment, Zach Green and Van Leeuwen were working together towards the same objective. But Van Leeuwen dropping a bit of momentum, half of a second behind the Falcon driver. And would have he stayed just behind Zach Green, maybe he would have been able to imitate the move and get a place up in the classification. It's not the case, unfortunately. Lap number 7 that is, of that 8-lap race. A short distance for the juniors here in Wagensdorf, as Benjamin Magnac is holding on to that position, and the immense pressure from Nikishov as well. Nikita Nikishov on the inside. There's the moment we had been expecting for the past few laps, and the lead has changed hands. Nikita Nikishov, sorry, up in the lead with the Car Republic machine from Drake, Spain. But now the question is, can Benjamin Magnac still has a little something to this race?
Yes, he can.
Positions into turn number 9, position switch, and again the ballet of racing drivers incarnate. Beautiful battle. Watch out from Zach Green as well. He wants a part of that race. He wants a part in the battle as well. He was very close on getting ahead of Nikita Nikishov in turn number 10. It's not happening quite yet, and we could see as well Sbardellati closing in for a 4-driver battle into that last lap.
Yes, indeed. Right, 2 different racing lines here. Nikita Nikishov trying to go for the inside move. Watch Green on the outside here. He's going to get the long way round. He gets squeezed out wide, and he stays there. Fidelity still in P4. Now looks to the inside as all the carts hug that inside line as they make their way out of turns 4 in through 5 and 6. Through the chicane, they will go now, and there is no change. It's still Magnac from Nikita Nikishov, Green from Fidelity. Quinten van der Wellen's closed in as well in the Falcon. There's a change, or just a defensive line from Fidelity. Yes, it was. Now, Green to the outside again. He's going to try and get the switch back here on Nikita Nikishov. He is going to try. He gets squeezed. Has he got the inside line? Yes, he does. Now that released Magnac. Magnac will take the win, but it's a switch over on the exit. It's Magnac who wins out of Nikita Nikishov. Then it's Fidelity. Then it is Zach Green. So it's Magnac, Nikishov, Fidelity, Green, Gale, then Quinten van der Wellen, Melis from De Donker, Helder from Owen, the top 10. A dramatic and drastic first race of the day for qualifying seats C and D.
Copy, and no advantage. No advantage 7-0, so no further action.
Right, confirmation there. Emilio Byrne, well, he can probably say, phew, that's all right. No advantage there for cutting the track. So I think he's gotten away with that one. But like you say, skin of his teeth. There's a look at the classification at the end of that one. Provisional, of course, have gone over the top 10. Konstantin Titzer finishing in 11th place ahead of Senna Minier. Then it's Emilio Byrne, who's just got away with the lucky one there ahead of Ben Gotts. And Roc Pineda rounding out the top 15. All gaining some positions in that one. Jakob Bachelor finishing ahead of Felipe Rice. Rice not having the best result in that one, finishing P17.